I heard that your glutes are not twins, they're actually distant cousins, and you are trying to even them out because they have a glute imbalance, and you're trying to wonder, why do my glutes look like they're going like this the whole time? I'm gonna tell you how to solve this because I definitely went through this myself. First thing you wanna do is lower down the weight on the workouts that you're using both of your glutes. For example, if you're doing hip thrusts and you only feel it on one glute, maybe it's time to lower it down a little bit. You want to lower it down, try to evenly distribute on both sides of the glutes, do the movement a lot slower so then that other weaker glute has a little more engagement and time to catch up, and focus on that form. Now, another thing you want to do, which I hate these two, are the single leg workouts. Nobody want to do step ups, hip thrusts, single leg RDLs. They hurt. But you know what hurts more? Seeing your glutes uneven. Yeah, that hurts right here. Make sure you do the weaker leg first. You don't want to do the stronger leg first because you're going to be fatigued and you're going to be able to do that weaker leg. Do the weaker leg first, then the strong leg. You also might want to add an extra set to that weaker leg. So for example, if you're doing 4 sets of single leg hip thrust, do 3 on that stronger leg, do 4 on that weaker leg until it catches up a little bit. Another thing is that you might have something weak on that other side and that's why it's not catching up. For example, me, I had weak hip flexors on my right side but a strong on the left side. Once I started doing clamshells and really strengthening that hip flexor on the right side, it helped out, okay? It helped out significantly.
All right, that's FIFA. So let me run you down the road of how I've tried to tackle this glute imbalance problem. I started out saying, yes, just try to be symmetrical with your bilateral movements and then start your unilateral movements with the weaker leg, match it with the stronger leg. And that can help. But then I had some stubborn cases that it didn't help. So then I started saying, do double the volume with the weaker glute. So if you do 2 sets of Bulgarian split squats with the stronger leg, do 4 sets with the weaker leg. And that helped, but didn't solve the problem. So then I switched to, before every glute workout, do ankle weight kickbacks or single leg reverse hypers with a slight bend in the knee because that doesn't use the quad, adductor, or hamstring that much. It's mostly a glute movement because you don't want to trade a glute asymmetry for a quad, hamstring, or adductor asymmetry. So it's mostly all glutes. Think of all the popular single leg movements. Bulgarians, step ups, and lunges, they all work the quad and adductor too. Single leg RDLs and single leg stiff leg deadlifts work the hamstring too. Even single leg hip thrusts, you feel it a lot in other muscles, whereas the ankle weight kickback or the single leg reverse hyper, if you have the pendulum, is mostly all glute. So we went down that road and that helped too. So I've been writing about this since 2010 for 15 years. My methods have evolved. Start with symmetrical bilateral movements, single leg movements with the weaker leg first, match reps with the stronger leg. Try to offset the volume, do more sets for the weaker leg. Add in some single leg reverse hypers or ankle weight kickbacks, but know that you might have to have like a single leg day, only training that weaker glute. For example, you could have Monday, Wednesday, weaker glute, and then Friday, bilateral movements. Sometimes that's what it takes to even out these glute imbalances. FIFA, keep up the great work. The people love you.